Hello, everyone. We want to take this opportunity to say thank you. As you grow at the Golden Boot, so do our needs, but we cannot do it without you. We ask that you continue to like our posts, share our content, and subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platforms. You may also visit thegoldenboot.com for the latest merch. If you would like to make a financial donation, you can do so through Cash App at @goldenboot or through PayPal at paypal.me/goldenboot. We look forward to bringing you more laughs, knowledge, and entertainment. And again, thank you for your endless support. Sincerely and respectfully, the Golden Boot team.
The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Y'all ready to get rolling? Quiet on the set. Welcome back to another edition of the Golden Boot. It's your boy Pooh Bell. I got my man Aunt Petty Murphy in the building. Daniel D. Williams in the building. It is Bama Hate Week, the last show before the showdown. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good, feeling great. How are you?
And we here, boy. It's time, man.
Daniel, you ain't gonna say nothing? You gonna look? He froze.
Wi-Fi was glitching. My Wi-Fi was glitching.
So he gotta be frozen.
I had to pay my bill just now. That's what it was. Had to pay my bill. But let's go. It's game week, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen.
Let's go.
2 weeks.
I'm ready, man. Let's go.
A lot of stuff been said. A lot of, people have made observations. It's here. The game every year. This one a little special. Brian Kelly, first one. Battling for the West. Number one spot in the West. After how we started, I don't think a lot of people saw how, believe that.
Yeah, nobody did.
No. All your goals are still ahead of you.
Yeah.
The only thing is being undefeated.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's the only thing you can't do. But everything else still on the table.
But you can go undefeated from here, and it'll be a nice little shiny prize at the end.
I'd do anything to give me 2007 again. Give me 2007 again, I'll take it.
Honestly, I know we don't like that season because of the way it ended, but 2011 was just as crazy, bro. Honestly, like if you look back, and I know we don't like to remember it, and a lot of people don't like to talk about it because two SEC teams faced off in the championship. But look at what happened that year. That was some crazy stuff, bro.
Yeah,
it wasn't 2007 crazy, but it was another one of those type of seasons.
Right. And I'm gonna be honest, the reason why I don't like talking about 2011 season is because of the last game of the season.
Obviously,
we got our ass beat, bro. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing, bro. But probably one of the greatest defenses that have ever played in Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, but I'm not just talking about LSU though. That totality of a season. It was a wild season for upsets. The only reason we played Alabama again because of an upset. You know what I mean? So it
should have been Oklahoma State.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But that was that type of season.
We would have smoked that ass too. Oh, we would have smoked them. Yeah. But Ant looks good today.
Appreciate it, man.
He looks good, man. You look like you just left a prayer meeting.
It wasn't no prayer meeting. It wasn't no church, man. I had to put my shirt and tie on because I'm about to give you the business tonight, man.
Oh, I like it.
Pause.
Yeah, big pause.
I like it.
That man said, I'm about to give you the business. Speaking of, you know what I'm saying, let's talk about handling business. A lot of y'all need to go ahead and write Brad Davis a Christmas card and tell him I'm sorry for my transgressions against you. Oh my goodness. Sorry for my transgressions against you.
Yeah.
Another big pickup today. DJ Chester commits.
Yeah, but before we start talking about that, we could talk about people giving him an apology for the offensive line play, because early on in the season there was a lot of people saying, why did we keep him? You know, he should have been fired or let go like some of them other guys. But he's quietly got this unit whipped into shape, and as the season goes on, they've been playing a lot better. Hey, chill out, real.
Looking like a Bergstein.
Chill out, real.
Hey,
I love it.
Hey, so we do have man, your stalker in here and said he do look good.
That man is married.
I don't know why that woman be coming
married,
here,
man.
messing with.
No, man.
Speaking of Lucy B, what's up, Lucy B? I don't know who this is.
Show you.
My money.
That's Lucy B in them.
I think it's a man.
You got you a stalker.
I think somebody trolling.
Hey, Pooh.
Hey, but
every show you on too, man.
Yeah,
just following you around.
Yeah, man. 2011 was crazy. We wasn't supposed to have to play. That's true. That's true. Chris English in here with the let's go.
Chris?
Oh my goodness! I mean,
snap! I hate this sexy Pooh.
Oh Lord, yeah. I hope that's not. Never mind. Let me be quiet. But
I don't know.
But yeah, Brad Davis, DJ Chester, big pickup. Offensive line now has some big names and some big time recruits on it in this class. Right after last year's class, who had the two in-state guys and Emory and Will, the big names, but you also had Bo Borland, Fitzgerald West, and other guys like that. So 2 back-to-back strong classes for Brad Davis, and BK looked like he doing what he always does everywhere it goes, and strengthens those trenches.
Yeah, and I think that's the missing piece. That's what we've been missing for the last 10 years. Is elite
recruiting?
Yeah,
on O-line,
elite recruiting in the O-line and defensive line.
No, the depth. We didn't have the depth. We had the top tier guys or whatever, but we didn't have.
If a guy was out, this.
Exactly.
You know this.
Playing freshmen before that time, like playing Will Campbell and Emory, is different because those guys are just better than the other guys you have. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're just better. I mean, it's no knock to either other one of the guys, but
of course
you got 2 NFL first round picks, so they're just better. But in the past, we've had to play freshmen out of necessity because we didn't have the numbers, and that's the big difference.
That's right. And I think what's more impressive about Emory and Campbell is the toughness, bro.
Yeah.
It's just the toughness. It's
physicality out the gate.
You love it, man.
Chris English say 2 more cornerback, Crystal Balls. Is that I'm saying Crystal Balls?
Crystal Balls, yeah.
Yeah, said Isaac Smith and Dylan Carpenter. I'm
Crystal
sure.
Balls?
Yeah. Yeah, that's 247 when they make those picks. David said, "My bad for the language, fellas. I cuss a lot, but I'm clean up." You ain't gotta do that for us.
Boy, do you watch the show?
Yeah, he said bastards? Bro.
Yeah. Do you watch the show?
Bro,
listen.
Ain't a cuss word.
Yeah, them 2 dudes there, they be saying all kind of bad words.
Hey, don't mention Popeyes. Don't mention Popeyes on here because Poole go crazy.
The Lord ain't through with me yet, man.
Chill out. Another big thing, Tuesday, the first college football playoff rankings came out. LSU came in at number 10 to the surprise of a lot of people. Are they ranked too high?
All right, before we go, y'all ready?
Round 1, fight.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
All right. I think they rank too high.
I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Can we pull up the rankings?
Yeah, I'll get it up. Well, go ahead, White. In the meantime.
Well, I say this. I'll say this. I'm not gonna say they rank too high because I can justify being ranked 10th. Mm-hmm. And what I'm about to say is gonna lead into one of our another questions. So I'm finna just go ahead and answer that too while we at it, Pooh. I feel like UCLA should be ahead of LSU. Okay. And my reasoning for that is they have 1 loss to a top 10 team.
Okay.
On the road in Oregon. They got blew out, but it was a 1 loss, on the road to a top 10 team. And that's their only loss. And they've beaten ranked Utah. They came close to losing, but they haven't lost. So but I feel like they should be ahead of LSU because LSU has 2 losses. They lost to a top 10 team, blew out, but they were at home, whereas UCLA went on the road. And the LSU has a better win, but they also have a worse loss in the Florida State loss. So I would put them right above LSU. So that's my only thing.
Okay. I look at this list and I see LSU, see Ole Miss, UCLA, Kansas State, so on, so on. UCLA is probably the only team on here that I can possibly justify being up there with LSU.
Same.
At 10. I don't think they're ranked too high.
I could make the argument that if you flip UCLA and USC, they got it right.
That's fair. That's fair.
What's UCLA? What's USC's record?
They whatever they won. They only got one.
Lost one. They lost the only ranked game, and they haven't beat a ranked team.
Yep. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
I think honestly, for me, number 10, like everybody's been saying, I'm not going to change the tune. I really do feel like it's for money. It's a top 10 matchup in Tiger Stadium. It's a night game. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's a money grab by ESPN. You know what I'm saying? If you could have put, honestly, guys, we was number 18 last week in the AP poll. If you would have put us at 15, if you would have put us at 12, we still would have been happy because guess what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is what happens at the end of the season and where we rank that. So if we're ranked number 10, that's cool. I ain't focusing on that. I just want this W this weekend.
Yeah. Y'all ready for this?
Let's get it.
Let me ask you a question. Because I know and Ant brought this up. Somebody else, I think Blake mentioned this. If LSU is ranked 15 going into this game, would it matter? Would it change the magnitude of the game?
All right, my opinion on that.
No. Just answer that. Just answer that. I'll give you a chance. Just answer that.
Yes.
No? Okay. It will change the magnitude of the game. Why would it change the magnitude? So let me ask you a question. So at 10, LSU is fighting for first place in the West, right?
That's
so if
right.
they at 15, would it change them fighting for first place in the West?
No. This is where I see it changing.
Wait. I'm gonna let y'all go. I just want to get these points out real quick.
Okay.
It don't change what happens if they win. If LSU win, it's still first place in the West. Sure. If LSU lose, Alabama's still first place in the West.
But if LSU loses, Alabama has a top 10 win.
That's right.
Okay. If LSU, they have a top 10 win.
Pass their resume.
But they would have to play Tennessee or Georgia anyway, so they still would have.
Yeah, I understand. So exactly. So imagine this.
You have two.
Imagine this. Imagine you have Alabama, Georgia beats Tennessee, and then Georgia beats Alabama. You have 2-loss Alabama, and you're asking, should 2-loss Alabama get in over 1-loss Oregon or something like that? They're going to look at how many top 10 wins that they have, and this gives Alabama a top 10 win if they win this weekend. It's a resume builder.
I'm going to be honest with you. 2-loss Alabama's not getting in.
It depends.
Depends on how bad they lose this weekend.
Ain't no depends. They're not going to jump a 2-loss Alabama over because a 2-loss go ahead. A 2-loss Alabama mean they lost to either LSU or Auburn
or Georgia.
They could have lost. They could lose in the SEC championship.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. If Georgia blows Tennessee out and then Alabama loses by a field goal to Georgia, you mean?
I don't see them put. I think they'll still put Tennessee in over that. And I'm gonna say there's precedence for it. Clemson or Notre Dame beat Clemson, right? Clemson and Notre Dame rematched in the ACC championship, and Clemson blitzed Notre Dame. Notre Dame got in over Texas A&M with 1 loss.
Yeah, but they didn't get in over another team from their conference. Alabama's getting in, bro. If there's a discussion over something like that, they getting in because they got Nick Saban, bro.
I agree.
Just saying.
I can see a Alabama
over a Pac-12 Pac-12 champion.
Again, over a 1-loss Pac-12 team. I can see a 2-loss Alabama team getting there.
Me
I
too.
really can.
Especially if they get another top 10 win right here.
Yep.
It's just a resume builder type thing, man.
Well, it don't matter. We don't need to play the hypothetical because LSU finna win this thing. And I guess this we kind of answer that it's the ranking only because of the Bama game.
Yeah.
Partially is because I think that LSU is a bigger brand than Ole Miss and UCLA. But
And
I
then
also think,
LSU just beat Ole Miss too.
Yeah, but I mean
badly.
They're a bigger brand than Kansas State and some of those other teams, though. So I think it comes down to it's like a mixture of all of it, bro. It's a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. The only rankings that matter are the final ones. So all of this is just talking points for us at this point. You still got to solve it on the field.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about on the field. Keys to victory. What does LSU need to do to pull this out?
Let me go.
Go ahead.
So, if we control the line of scrimmage, we win this football game. Point blank. Period. If our tackles, if our baby freshman tackles can hold those grown men, just a little bit compared to who they'll be playing against. If they're holding back a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I think we'll be fine. And if our defensive line gets after the quarterback, you know what I'm saying, create some disruptive plays, you know what I'm saying, push the line back, make sure you stop Gibbs, I think we'll be fine, man. It's, to me, like I say every week, it all starts up front. You give Jaden time, he's showing you what he can do when he has time. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we're creating havoc in the backfield, our defense becomes optimistic. So,
yeah.
Come on, man.
I think we have to kind of like what my boy David Irvin said. Limit big plays from them. Don't let Bryce extend plays and have our secondary covering for 6-7 seconds and letting somebody beat us like that. And we have to have our big plays on our side of football when we're on offense. We have to we got to stretch the field vertically and keep them from stacking the box, and so we can run the ball effectively, and so Jaden can have those run RPO looks to where he can be effective with his legs also. Exactly. And it's kind of like we talked about when we played Florida State, when we played Robbie Ashford and them, and whenever you rush the passer, you have to be disciplined with it. You can't get too far off field.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, you can't get too far off field. You don't rush past Bryce. All those kind of things that we've been talking about.
Look, let me tell you something also. We win this game on defense if you put number 40 in. You let him spot Bryce Young, and you make Bryce Young.
I don't think you spy him.
I think you do.
I think you rush him.
You rush him.
I think you rush. I think you rush. I think you spot a rush. If you see him step up, you go. If not, you play coverage.
Man,
I think that's how you do it.
Running that thing.
I'm talking about
I really do.
Yeah, that boy.
Because 40 could be a nightmare, bro, for Bryce Young this weekend. He really can, and we need him to be that.
I think you use 40 the same way. I think you use Perkins the same way you used them against Ole Miss,
or the same way you used them against Florida.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
You let him. You know what I'm saying. He didn't so much step in coverage. As much as he, you know what I'm saying, he came off the edge, or you know what I'm saying, or he sat back and it was like a delayed blitz.
Yeah, he covered it. It was like curl flat. You know what I mean? That's all you just give him the curl flat. If ain't nothing in your zone, go get the quarterback. You know what I mean? Like,
and the thing is, whenever he saw the opportunity to rush, he rushed.
Yeah.
So this is his game right here.
Keys. I think this this game is going to have to be almost like the Mississippi State game, but the difference is I've been saying and I've said that Alabama doesn't have the talent at wide receiver. That's not necessarily, and it's not what I'm saying. And it's correct that it's not so much they don't have the experience. So I think the key for here, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to put that pressure on, speed up Bryce clock, and make him throw the pass.
Right.
You have to make you got to make those wide receivers beat you. I don't see it happening though. With our secondary, I may be overconfident. I just don't see it happening. Those guys have not really shown they can really create a whole lot of separation on teams with equal talent and athleticism. I just don't see it.
Yeah. My thing is, this is kind of like the keys to victory last week for me whenever we played Ole Miss. Is defensive backs, get your head around. That's it. I honestly believe you can press these wide receivers, get up in their grill, and talk, I want to say it, all day to them. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, they haven't shown you anything different. We know they have talented players, but as far as them being able to get off and beat man-to-man coverage, they haven't shown it. And whenever they have, they drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? So defensive backs, get up in their grill, smack them. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them games where you let your nuts hang. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, though,
let's go.
But at the same time, you have to trust your technique, bro. You gotta trust yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
do not panic.
Yeah, exactly. Don't panic, bro. Just trust yourself. You're gonna give up plays, bro. It happens playing that position. Just trust yourself that you're gonna make the play when you need to, and don't panic, bro.
Right.
Yes.
Now let me ask you guys, what do y'all think about our wide receivers against their DBs?
Food.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
it might be a harder challenge than people are saying. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree, but go ahead.
Okay. I feel as though I've seen Elijah Ricks play a lot better. I've seen him play better. I've seen him.
He only played one game.
He has. But the game that he played, he made an impact in that secondary. Because before that secondary did not look great at all. I think he does get him confidence. Kind of like whenever Perkins get on the field with us. Our defense, they kind of turn up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think it could possibly be the same thing for Elijah Ricks. We know, I'm going to be honest, we don't like Ricks. But if we play, we know the kid can ball. We know the kid can make plays. We know that. We know he also can get beat with a double move.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Not just that, but in the game, the Mississippi State game, he was getting torched for a while, and then he finally made like one or two plays, like
once he relaxed.
Yeah, but he was getting torched.
But I go ahead.
No, I was just say now the one thing about Alabama, the biggest question I have is how relaxed are the referees going to be, because they get Alabama's DBs get real handsy, and he dropped the ball, but Alabama's wide receivers get real handsy, and if they not going to, the referee's not going to call it, it's going to be, it's going to be a long night, and it's going to have to go on both sides. It's got to be the same way on both sides, but I think we still have the advantage.
Yeah.
I think they have, like, Elias Ricks is good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He has his flaws, and he can be exposed. But Kool-Aid is good also. But after that, who scares you? And I'm not even saying those two scare you. I mean, there's nobody that you say I can't throw there to that side of the field, and that's just two DBs. Jordan Battle can be attacked. You know what I mean? Their safeties aren't great. So, yeah, they might have two guys that can cover, but after that, who they got? And we got 5-6 guys who we can go to at any time who can make a play in our receiver group. So I think that as far as it being a tough challenge, yeah, maybe with our number one or our number two guy, they don't have the game of their life and they're not open all night. But what about number 3 and number 4? You know what I mean? What if we go 5 wide? What about number 3, 4, 5? You know what I mean? Do they have that many guys that can go? Because we can go that deep. Can they?
Yeah. The thing is, if our offensive, I already said this earlier, if our offensive line can hold up, we'll be fine. If they cannot, it'll be different. But we always get in these situations where, hello, can I tell you about your Lord and say, oh my gosh, that's funny. Hey, well, yes, I got. But every year, man, how many times, guys? Let's be real. And y'all know me, I'm devil's advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate tonight. Before I play devil's advocate, I do believe that LSU will win. I do have faith in my Tigers. But every year, guys, we come in and we say, Alabama don't look the same. They look beatable this year. How many times, seriously, how many times have we came in and we've said that? And they put their foot all up in us.
But
Let me ask you this. How many times have we said that with one of the best coaches in college football on our sideline?
Never.
I'm not saying that we're gonna win just because we got Brian Kelly. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
I still think it's gonna be a tough game. But I'm just this game is different because of that reason.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because we have a coach. I'm not saying he's better than Saban or nothing like that, but he's in that same class. You know what I mean? He's in that same elite class as a head coach. And so this is the first time where we bring in the same caliber gun to the fight as Alabama is.
Right. Honestly, I think if we can contain Will Anderson, we're good. Contain Will Anderson. Chip him. Don't be dumb like Clemson did a couple, or like Ohio. Who was it? Chase Young. Whenever he was playing in the Big Ten, they just wouldn't chip him. Get him some help. Last week, Mason Taylor played an extra good game. 2 weeks ago, he played an excellent game when it came to helping and blocking those defensive ends. If he can do the same thing this week, dog food, bro. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
That's a good point.
No, I was just gonna say I was gonna say strength and weaknesses, but we actually been talking about them. Especially when you start talking about Bama secondary.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. How much of a factor will the environment play, Tiger Stadium?
Big.
Yeah.
I think it'll be big. This will be the first time, realistically, this will be Bryce Young's first time in Tiger Stadium. I mean, he's been there. This will be his first time.
It was COVID year. Yeah.
COVID year.
It's cool, no COVID. Yeah.
This matter of fact, this is most of that Bama team's first time in a full Tiger Stadium.
Mm-hmm. But
I tell you, go ahead.
No, you go ahead because I got a stat for you.
Okay, I tell you like this: if they keep it close, going into the fourth quarter, it's a close game. Tiger Stadium pays dividends for LSU. I really do believe that. It's very easy to get the crowd out of the game. You know what I'm saying? But if they can keep it close, we'll be good. We'll be there. All three of us. We'll be there.
All right. So I just picked a random year, right? 1990. How many times has LSU beat Alabama in Tiger Stadium since 1990?
Once.
It's been more than once. They beat them in 2014, they beat them in 2014. They beat them in 2010. Not 2014. I'm sorry. Not 2014. They beat them in 2010. They beat them in 2004, I want to say. Something like that. So I know at least two. I'm going to say 5 times.
My boy, right.
4. Okay.
4. Okay.
4 and 12 since 1990 against Alabama in Tiger Stadium. So I think that it will possibly make a difference, but
Chris still put up Chris, they've already answered it. You can't put another answer up after somebody already answered the correct answer.
But I think
he still put the wrong answer.
Yeah, he put 3. But I say this.
That's all I got, bro.
But I say this. I think it possibly can make a difference. But at the same time, we can't go into the game thinking that's we at home, we got this.
No.
What I'm saying? Like
no. Alabama plays better at Tiger Stadium. They used to have it used to say the Tide don't lose at Baton Rouge. They used to be that saying.
But they've been playing better.
Played pretty bad on the road
this season, and a little bit of last year.
Yeah,
a little bit of last year. They lost on the road to A&M. The overtime game with Auburn on the road and all that, and the Florida game. But at the same time, I just feel like I think we have a chance to win. I think we will win. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I feel like there is a little bit of overconfidence saying like, "Oh, we're at home" and all this kind of stuff. This team, exactly. Like Alabama has shown that they one of the few teams that can come in here and win with no problem. Like, so it's gonna take more than just us fans screaming and yelling. Like these guys still got to come out and execute in all phases of the game. Ain't nobody mentioned special teams tonight.
It's so as bad as LSU has been on special teams, Alabama has been
bad too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That you got to execute because that could be the difference maker. You know what I'm saying? They can muff a punt, and if you ain't on your game, you see what I'm saying? That could be the difference of the game. So it could come down to something like, oh, we got to recover the muff punt whenever they, you know what I'm saying, like whenever they muff it. So that it's you got to execute on all phases of the game, and the crowd got to do their part too.
Yeah, 1,000%. And look, finesse is not going to beat this Alabama team. It's not. The teams that have came out exactly. The Texas A&M, what if they beating Alabama on the offensive defensive lines? That's how you're going to beat Alabama. We cannot come out and play how we did against Tennessee, man. We cannot.
He said better not let Kool-Aid get loose on the punt return. That's true. Yes.
Facts.
That's the one place he has been exceptional.
They look better. They looked better in the return, coverage units against Ole Miss, but you can't have any lapses this week because it could come down to one punt that flips, one punt return from Alabama that flips the field position. You know what I mean? It could come down to something like that. So you got to be on your A game.
Now let me ask y'all a question. I really want to know.
Okay.
So Tennessee came into Tiger Stadium and beat us 40-13. Tennessee beat Alabama
52-49.
Exactly. Very close game. We're saying that this Tennessee team, some people are saying, I ain't saying it. Some people are saying that this Tennessee team could possibly match up against this 2019
Don't
LSU.
even go there. LSU would be favored by 8.5. Somebody already ran the numbers.
Got it. Let me ask you this. What makes how we progressed so much from a month ago to now that we think we actually have an opportunity to beat this team?
Go ahead.
All right. First thing, that Tennessee score is an indicative of how that game really was. We was a play here, play there, a drop touchdown in the end zone that turned into a pick, away from that being like a one possession, type of game. So that's the first thing. Secondly, this team has been improving week in and week out. And they're at the point now to where they're at the same level. How long ago we played Tennessee? 4 weeks ago? Something like that. So in that month, they've grown to the point to where they done caught up or 5. Okay.
5 weeks,
So they done caught up to where Alabama is. You see what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like we've been moving at this pace and Alabama has been moving too. Alabama ain't been really getting that much better.
Right.
But we have.
Another thing, and like,
points, Ryan. Yeah.
To Ant's point,
that's a good point too.
Golly. To Ant's point, about us getting better. Our offensive line has gotten better.
A lot better.
We were short. We were missing basically the entire left side. Okay, we were short on O-line. We were missing the entire left side. This will be the third consecutive game we had the same starting 5.
Big. That's huge.
That is big. They also played together Southern game, something like that. So this will be their fourth start, but the third straight. Because third consecutive. that in itself is another. He's not so. And when I say this, I'm not saying like he's just the greatest back. But Amani Godwin, him being back, is big. Special teams, although not perfect, it's a little bit more sure.
You've had 2 weeks to work on it also.
Alabama has been terrible on the road. To Chris Haley's point, with the penalties and stuff, they have been terrible with penalties and stuff on the road. Very undisciplined.
To that point, I think that's where Tiger Stadium comes into play. If you can get it close and you can get them false start here, jump off sides there, whatever the case may be,
key downs situations.
That's where this that Tiger Stadium can come into it. And it's not gonna be because Alabama's just scared to come here. It's gonna be because they're undisciplined. Yeah, they're undisciplined, and so we have to feed off that.
Yeah. Right. Another big thing is everybody in the chat liking, subscribing, and sharing our YouTube channel. Help support us and put us out there. That's gonna be big for this game. So if you want LSU to win, there you go. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and share.
Thanks.
X factors for this game.
Kayshawn.
Major Burns.
Kayshawn for me. If Kayshawn breaks loose, we're still waiting for him to have that game this season. We're waiting for him to have that Ole Miss game. And I feel like he'll be on a run this game because he's going against Ricks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I really do.
I'm going with X factors. It's going to be Roy, Guillory, Wingo. They plug up that middle. They plug up that middle, help shut down Gibbs or slow down Gibbs or limit Gibbs, whatever you want to, however you want to put it. If you hold him to less than 100 or at least make Alabama one-dimensional, that's ball game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Major Burns because having him back there in center field just to kind of erase some of them coverage mistakes and kind of be that sure tackler in the last line of defense. I think that's gonna be big, especially on them plays where Bryce is able to improvise and scramble around a little bit. I think his range back there is gonna take away some of them big plays in the back end.
All right. Who's Brian Thomas?
Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas.
No, we got you, dog.
Brian Champagne said JD is going wild.
Yeah.
Our man James Washington says Josh Williams.
I ain't gonna do it.
He say Josh Williams is actually a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, your boys looking good tonight, James. Starting to, but hey, I think on offense, somebody Daniel mentioned earlier. I think Mason Taylor. I think him being that outlet guy that check down, so to speak, for Jaden. And the way and him getting some of them hidden yards, the way he does whenever on that little slip pass out the and the flat where he get it and get up the sidelines quick. I think he's gonna be able to get us some plays where Jaden can get in the rhythm in the passing game with some of those type of throws, and that's gonna be big for Jaden's confidence in this game.
Right. I think honestly, you will know how this game will go within the first 5 or 6 minutes of this game. LSU comes out pretty fast, executing, not dropping balls. I think mentally they'll be there. That's my opinion. Now, of course, I know we can make adjustments and things like that, but I think for LSU, I think we have the better coaches in this game. I really do believe that. We have a better coaching staff than what we've had before. I think we do have better players at some positions, but I think where we can beat Alabama is mentally. If we come in focused, ready to go, we'll be able to know early off where this team is at.
Yeah, I think to your point, I think the first 4 minutes of the second half will be just as important. And what they call it, the middle 8. The last 4 of the first half, the first 4 of the second half will be huge. If you can steal a possession and get it, score and then get the ball in the second half, or stop them from a score before they get the ball, that kind of stuff. I think that's going to be huge. And the way we come out in the second half with those adjustments you just talked about, especially defensively, the way Matt House has shown us that he can flip a switch and just shut down the other team. I think if he's able to have any similar success to what we saw against Mississippi State or Ole Miss, and with those adjustments, I think we'll be fine.
All right. LSU wins if
what I just said.
What I just said.
Tell you, guarantee way. LSU wins if
they score more points than Alabama.
They have more points than Alabama.
That's about the only guaranteed way.
That's it. That's it, man. Hey, you make less mistakes than they do. Win the ball game.
I was just about to say less minimal mistakes, i.e. penalties, more turnovers. if you plus some of turnovers. They killing you.
They're gonna start calling Aunt Jehovah.
No doubt.
Hova.
Yeah. So score predictions.
All right, so we at minute 40. We got to keep this. I'm gonna say LSU 35, Alabama 27.
33-31 LSU.
31-21 LSU.
Okay.
Let's go.
I will say this though. I caught that LSU plus 13.5.
Yes, sir.
So as long as they keep it close, I'm good.
Yeah. But yeah, I do. Yeah. I guess we can move around to the around the SEC. We're gonna eventually end up back on this game anyway. But let's move around the SEC. Auburn is now looking for a new head coach. We told y'all Sunday.
Right.
We told y'all Sunday.
I told y'all
it was gonna happen. So matter of fact, I can bring it up if I need to.
Go ahead, Pooh.
But yeah, we told y'all Sunday.
So who the next coach though?
Lane Kiffin.
Agreed.
I can see Lane. I'm gonna say, listen, if I hear somebody else say
Deion
Sanders, please just no, it's not. No,
not happening.
No,
Lane Kiffin hates Ole Miss.
it was also a report. It's like,
he's flying to Atlanta.
Yeah, he flew to Atlanta. First of all, they was like, yes, Atlanta is the closest major airport. He could have flew into Montgomery.
Right.
He could have flew into Birmingham.
Yeah,
that makes more sense. If he flying to Atlanta, he going to Georgia Tech.
Bingo. Well, I said he should go anyway. I think he would kill at Georgia Tech.
I would too. I really do.
Would kill at Georgia.
He would dominate, bro. He would dominate.
That ACC conference, man.
Oh my gosh.
He be in the title game every year. And if they go to 12-team playoff, he in the playoff every year with that.
Can you imagine how pissed off Florida State fans would be?
Hey, you made that bed, you better lay in it.
It'd be amazing. In Atlanta, you can go back to calling Atlanta hot Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Yeah, if he there for sure.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, last Sunday,
I want you to do this for us too.
Can't hear that, big dog.
All right, hold on.
Hey, y'all see what Pooh go through, right? Whenever he know he right, he didn't say something. I just want y'all to peep game, all right?
No. That ain't it at all.
That boy said Kenny Dillingham. Who was that?
Who is that? Well, you showing all the background. I don't
even
see this. I don't even see that. Hey, but yeah, man, shout out to our guy Carter, man. Carter is a class act, bro.
Here it is. Hey, now, Carter, I'm gonna let you in on something.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Hey, the Golden Boot watcher listeners, you know what I'm saying, watchers and stuff, let y'all in on something. Sources. I've been told that Harson's already been he's already been told he's not coming back. That he was let go after the Ole Miss game.
Loud ass cook.
Hey, please excuse the cup.
I was waiting on
tea. That's some good tea right there.
I was waiting because you have such great sound effects. I was waiting on a sound effect.
The cup was a sound effect.
I don't have
You can't play it now. You can't play it now.
This is what
Now the cup was a sound effect.
Hey, we gotta stop and we gotta take a moment to shout out Chris because he actually had a good take. I could see Kenny Dillingham being
who is Kenny Dillingham?
He is the Oregon OC, and he is a former quarterback coach at Auburn.
Hey, that's my boy, Chris.
Shout out to you, Chris. That was a great take, and I could very much see that happening if they whiff on some of their bigger names. Because I think
Breezy, the thick one.
I think pause.
Pause.
I think, yeah. I think this. I'm just gonna keep going and act like that didn't happen. So, I think this
I know
new
what I
AD
mean.
for Auburn. I think the new AD for Auburn is gonna try to make a big name hire like a Lane Kiffin. So,
Mhm.
or a Hugh Freeze type name. And so, I think if he strikes out on some of them, that Dillingham could be in play.
I'm gonna tell you right now, with this NIL thing happening right now, it's taking over college football supposedly. I want to see Hugh Freeze back at an SEC school. I really do.
Happen.
Why? Like, why would he leave?
It ain't gonna happen.
He got it made, bro.
I know he does. But you
You
want
know
to win
what?
national championships because he ain't gonna do it at Liberty.
Not everybody's gonna win a national championship anyway. Who's the guarantee that if he leaves,
He
he's
can
gonna win a national
actually
championship?
compete for national titles.
Yeah, or he can stay stress free at Liberty and make the same amount of money he was gonna make in the pressure cooker.
But you gotta. Some people, everybody's not motivated by money. Some
And
people are
everybody's not
motivated by.
motivated by championships either. Some people
That's
just
true.
want to be. Some people just want to be happy.
That's true. Let me ask you this: would you rather a national championship or money? If you was a coach,
It depends on how much money we talking.
It depends on what school I'm at.
It depends on how much money. Nah, I ain't lying to you. It depends on
I
how much
disagree
money
with
we
this one,
talking.
Chris. You got a strong. He said Auburn job is just as tough as Ole Miss
It's
job, and he couldn't win
it's
10
harder.
games.
It's
No,
the toughest. Auburn is the toughest job in the country,
You play Alabama and Georgia every year,
and
and
LSU,
LSU.
and the rest of the West, and your little brother to Alabama.
Yeah, you're not the big name in your state.
And not only that, you're not in the recruiting hotbed either.
You have to pretty much appease, bend over backwards for
For the boosters.
the boosters.
Yep.
Mhm. I don't think, I don't think Lane Kiffin's gonna do that. If anything, he's gonna be a rebel. Lane Kiffin's one of those bad ass kids who just don't want to listen to authority.
But the thing about it is, though, according to shout out to our boys at Down South Football, my boy Renard, this AD is supposedly given full autonomy. So I know, Pooh, you don't believe it, but if he is given full autonomy, then the way Auburn has been ran in the past with stuff like this happening, Yellowwood running the show is what Chris Haley says, then that won't be the case anymore. You know, if Cohen is given full autonomy like he supposedly has, then he's going to empower a coach like Lane Kiffin and not try to rein him in and try to make him something he isn't.
They did pretty much put, like, I forget how much into the NIL collective.
13 million.
13 million. And
Hey,
they
save Jason Brumfield's question too, so we can answer that.
and they also and they also will Harson, their football facilities.
Yeah, they
delayed it. Yeah, they delayed it.
They opening it next month, I think.
Something like that, yeah. So,
it's a football only facility, so you know it'll put them on par with some of the other SEC schools.
Yeah. So right now Cadillac is in charge. Cadillac Williams. Shout out to Cadillac. He is even though it's interim, he is the first black head coach at Auburn. Kind of similar to Mickey Joseph and Brad Davis.
Brad Davis, yeah, LSU.
He said Brad Davis was just one game though, so that's a little worse. But yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Salute to Cadillac, man. That's a true Auburn man right there.
Yeah, he really is.
He got a pretty cool name too.
Carnell?
Cadillac. His mama didn't name him Cadillac?
No.
Oh, I thought his name was Cadillac.
No, he got that from the dealership. Ronnie Brown, I think he does like radio play-by-play or something like that. Yeah. I met him. Matter of fact, I met him the same time I met Les Miles. I'm sitting there telling Les Miles, how big of a LSU fan I am. I'm in Alabama, at a function. I'm telling Les Miles, and Les Miles kind of just shrugged me off. Ronnie Brown, I'm talking to him and telling him, hey, enjoyed watching when he was playing. He's like, okay. He's like, can I take a picture? Yeah. He got up, came around, stood with me, took the picture and stuff. Les Miles didn't. I'll just leave it at that. So
Yeah. Hey, shout out to my boy from Monroe who went to Auburn, Jonathan Wilhite, man. I know I gave you hell during Auburn week, but man, shout out to him, bro.
Now, speaking of troubles, Florida.
Bum, bum, bum.
Give him time. Give him time.
I mean, give who time? He's out. Like when you dismissing players off the team and stuff like that, and you got players hitting the portal during
I
the
heard
season.
that kid was a troublemaker.
Who took him in?
Hey,
you got players. You got players hitting the portal during the season. I'm not saying it's Billy Napier's fault by any means. All we saying is it's trouble in Florida. That's all we saying.
Of course,
it might be some of what you got on the staff. You got 100. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine dealing with that many personalities as a coach? Not alone those coaches, but also the players. Like that's got to be a migraine, bro.
That's what he wanted. But I'm just saying when we say trouble in Florida, I'm not blaming Billy Napier for it or saying he need to go or nothing like that. I'm just stating the fact that there's some issues going on down there. And as the head coach,
yeah,
that's messed up. But as the head coach, it ultimately falls on you.
Hey, Jason Brumfield said that they really called Napier Cajun Willie Taggart.
At this point, show me where that's not a good, you know what I'm saying, comparison.
Ooh, now I haven't seen enough to call him Willie Taggart.
I mean, yeah, I said at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, Willie Taggart didn't get enough time.
He didn't get time. The same thing, like the coach at Texas. I forgot his name. He was the DC for
Charlie
Florida.
Strong.
Charlie Strong. I don't think they gave him enough time either.
Taggart should have stayed at Oregon, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, go to Jason's questions real quick.
Yeah, that's all I was bringing. No, we won. We got let me ask this. Jimbo Fisher. How bad is that right now?
I'm just waiting for these recruits to start flipping.
When them checks been bouncing, they finna leave anyway.
Yeah. I honestly believe he'll be out. If not at the end of the season, next season, if it continues like this.
I don't think so. That buyout big, dog.
Man, if they have money like they say they have money.
Yeah, just because they got it don't mean they, because you gotta think about it. You gotta pay Jumbo and his staff. And if you fire him at the next year, that's $76 million that goes to Jimbo. Right. And then you got to get another coach in here too.
Go get Dion.
You're gonna spend can we stop bringing up Dion's name for every fucking coaching job, dog? Please.
Why? Dion is our Lord and Savior of college football.
No, he's not. No, he's not, bro.
You look like
can we stop doing that, dog?
I'm sorry.
Can we stop doing that, dog? Dion is not the guy for every coaching job that comes available. He's just not, bro. Man. Can we stop doing that?
According to ESPN, he is.
That's why I don't watch them. But anyway,
who ain't SEC?
Apparently, Dion won't be if he's gonna be the next coach of Texas A&M.
But yeah. So Jason Brumfield asks if Hugh Freeze gets a chance in the SEC, will Art Briles be allowed to coach again?
No.
Art Briles will never be able to coach at a major Power 5 school again. Ever.
Agreed.
He is canceled.
Agreed.
Sad.
Yep.
All around.
It's not sad. He allowed it, so I don't feel bad for him at all.
I'll just say this. I ain't getting in all that. I'll just say all of it is unfortunate that it came down to that. All of it. All the circumstances of why he can't be a coordinator, what happened, all of that is just unfortunate and sad that we got to deal with that in today's day and age.
Right. The thing is, Jason, you say coordinator. Hugh Freeze still hasn't gotten an opportunity yet. And Hugh Freeze didn't do – okay, what about the guy from Arkansas? Even him, he didn't do anything as bad as Art Briles was involved in on his team.
Bobby Petrino's a head coach right now, though.
But at what school? Not at a real major Power 5 school.
Well, he got a chance after that. He was at Louisville.
He was at Louisville, then got fired.
I mean,
Louisville's an ACC Power 5 school.
It's not a powerhouse.
So don't start moving goalposts now.
It's not. I said powerhouse, blue blood.
Okay, is Arkansas blue blood?
They used to be. It's in the SEC. That's a big school.
Vanderbilt is too. Hold up. Vanderbilt is too. So
bro.
Is Vanderbilt a blue blood?
You're moving the goalposts, bro. Like you said, the Power 5. Now you saying the blue blood.
Is Vanderbilt a blue blood?
School.
Is Vanderbilt a blue blood?
No. They're in
their
SEC,
minds
though.
and in their hearts they are.
Is
what
Mizzou?
About, is Mizzou?
Missouri? South Carolina?
Kentucky. In some sports they are. Kentucky.
No,
we talking about football.
We talking about football, bro. Yes.
You know what we talking about.
You know what we talking about. Stop trying to goalposts, bro.
Daniel,
got a job at a Power 5 school, just like he had before he got fired at Arkansas.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Is Arkansas a better job than Louisville?
I don't know.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Let me say this.
I don't know.
Let me say this.
Louisville got a Heisman Trophy winner in the past 5-10 years.
So,
hey, I'm gonna tell you like I tell my kids.
They done made New Year's 6 bowl games in the past 5-10 years. Did they not?
Where you gonna get paid more money? Oh, let me ask you a question. Where you gonna get paid more money at? Arkansas or Louisville?
About the same.
Hold up. You do know who was a big benefactor at Arkansas?
Who?
Jerry Jones. Because that's his alma mater.
I'm saying you're gonna get paid more at Arkansas than Louisville.
How much Sam Pittman getting paid?
I don't know. Now that
Google's your friend. Let's see.
Let's
look at Sam Pittman's contract and let's look at the Louisville. Because what I'm saying is the Arkansas job is a way better job than the Louisville job.
Based off what? Just being in the SEC?
Number one, yes.
But you don't have to play.
You have no chance to win. Arkansas has no chance to win the SEC almost any year, ever.
Bro, we were talking about Arkansas possibly winning the SEC before the season started. Were we not?
The SEC West, maybe, but not the SEC. No, we wasn't.
We was talking about. I think we was more talking about Arkansas having a chance to compete.
Yeah. But I know it is. Y'all crawfishing. Stop crawfishing.
No, that's you, bro. You said Arkansas was a blue blood.
Hold up. Let me get this out, Daniel.
I never said it was a blue blood.
Yes, you literally just did.
I said it was a major Power 5 SEC
no, you
school.
said blue blood.
Daniel, I'm gonna tell you like I tell my kids.
That's why you don't need to stop this because you just be saying stuff and don't remember what you be saying.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. I keep trying to say this. I'm gonna get this out. I'm gonna tell you like I keep telling my kids. Playing stupid don't look good on you.
Hey, chill out.
It don't. Cause you
look,
we talking about football? Like we ain't talking about no other sport.
Like, what else we talking about, man?
Are we talking about football? Football. Oh, no, there ain't no blue blood.
All right, so Sam Pittman receiver rate hit $5 million per year. Sam Pittman. All right.
Okay.
Satterfield
$3 million per year.
What's the better job?
Louisville.
But if Louisville is the better job,
check this out. No, check this out. You just sat there and said that Hugh Freeze should go to Auburn so he can win a championship, right?
Yes.
Who's closer to a championship, Arkansas or Louisville?
Arkansas would get a better shot.
So when the last time Arkansas played a New Year's Six?
Damn near Louisville, you got to go undefeated almost 2 years to play for a national championship.
No, you don't. They was in a New Year's Six with Lamar Jackson. If they would have beat Clemson, they would have played for a championship. They would have made the playoff. When has Arkansas came close to that?
Oh, Louisville is on the same level as Cincinnati.
No, they're not.
Bro, Louisville, Cincinnati, same thing.
No, it's not. They literally,
of course, different conferences. I know that. I'm talking about caliber of school. Cincinnati and Louisville is the same thing, bro.
No, they're not, bro.
Hey, for those who were just audio listeners, that was me falling asleep because that was fairy tale.
Bingo. They almost did it with Lamar Jackson. All you do, you beat Clemson, you in the playoffs. That's all you gotta do over there.
He said sissy.
They're the same caliber team as
no, they're not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even Y'all smoking tobacco.
Not even close.
Come on, bro.
Let me ask. No, man. All right.
Don't even. Let's just keep going because that's a terrible take.
Big games. Other big games this week.
It's a great take.
Tennessee, Georgia, obviously.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It's not a great take. Stop it, bro. Anyway.
Hey, who winning that game? Tennessee, Georgia.
Tennessee.
Yeah. I think the Nolan Smith injury is a big injury that nobody really talking about.
I don't honestly think Georgia can score with Tennessee.
I know they can't.
Yep. I don't see it.
They may be able to, and I'll say this: Georgia may be able to slow down Tennessee for a little bit, but all they gonna do is slow them down. So instead of Tennessee winning by 40 to some points, they'll win 30 to some point.
Yeah, I think the Nolan Smith injury though for Georgia make a big difference.
It does.
I think that losing the edge rusher like pass rusher like that, man, especially going up against Hendon Hooker, I think, man.
Chris say Georgia, but we know why Chris say Georgia.
Because Tennessee ain't got a chance.
No, yeah, he said Tennessee. That's what he told me in space. He said Tennessee ain't got a chance. So me and Chris got a little something.
Hey man, defense wins championships. But I do got an upset.
But this ain't no championship.
I'll wait till we get there.
This ain't no championship, though.
I'm gonna tell you, Dylan can tell you. I tell Dylan all the time, and he can recite it. Defense wins championships, offense sells tickets, and Tennessee been selling a lot of tickets lately.
Well, you can't say that. Can't say that because LSU has sold a lot of tickets during the Les Miles era.
That's not what I mean. It's figure of speech, boy. You is
anyway.
I was just saying.
That's a good question.
I'm a literal person.
That's a good question.
But who do you want to win, Georgia or Tennessee?
Want to win? I would rather Georgia win.
I would rather play Georgia. Yeah,
I would rather play Georgia too.
Yep.
So, games this week. Tennessee, Georgia. Okay. Everything else is just kind of like interesting. Yeah. Texas, Kansas State.
Can I tell you my upset? Are you
Go ahead. Go ahead. What's your upset?
I got Washington beating Oregon this weekend.
That's actually a pretty good one.
Yep.
That's actually a pretty good one.
That ain't bad.
Wake Forest, North Carolina State.
Well, that one don't move the needle for me.
Now the Struggle Bowl.
The Struggle Bowl.
Yeah, Florida State, Miami.
Florida State. I want Florida State to win because I hate Miami.
Hold on, you said Oregon gonna lose to who?
Washington.
They play Colorado.
Now they play.
Yeah, they got Colorado this week.
Oh, I'm looking at week 11. Oh, I'm tripping. My bad. Well, next week, Washington is beating Oregon.
I got an upset though.
Who you got?
Notre Dame over Clemson.
I don't see that one, dog.
Okay. All right.
I do not see that one.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. All right.
The reason why I say that is DJ been struggling at quarterback.
They replaced him though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They on the road with a true freshman quarterback.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of block games this weekend. You don't have next weekend. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah, it's like the heavy hitters in
and that's it. Big drop off.
Yeah.
Texas Tech, TCU.
TCU wiping the floor there.
Baylor, Oklahoma.
That's a good one.
Baylor.
I don't know I think some of the best matchups might be non-top 25.
Yeah. Some of the best matchups might be SWAC. That be honest with you. Right. Like, real talk. Y'all go back and watch last night's episode of HBCU Hour. It's some real good real good matchups over there.
Right.
Week.
UCF Memphis.
Oregon State play Washington, and that might be a good game.
Memphis has been really struggling. They on a little skid. So,
speaking of Hugh Freeze,
Liberty, Arkansas, right?
Yep.
I got Liberty.
Can Missouri beat Kentucky?
I don't know why you say no. They
don't.
can.
You know what? They can because and it's at Missouri too.
Mm-hmm. Can Vandy beat South Carolina?
Nope.
No shot.
Vandy is terrible.
I'm not gonna go that far.
Oh, so you don't think they're terrible?
No.
Hey, Pooh, and your backyard, so to speak, South Alabama, Georgia Southern.
Yeah, I think South Alabama wins that one. Georgia Southern just, yeah.
They 5-3 though. That mean
I know.
They ain't no pushover.
They aren't a pushover. Georgia Southern beat. They got Scott Frost fired.
Mm-hmm.
So
can Nebraska beat the Fighting PJ Flicks?
The fighting what?
PJ
Flick.
My question is does Auburn rally around Cadillac and take it to Mike Leach?
I can see it.
I don't. I'm be honest. It's a wrap.
Does
Chris say according to Pooh they can. Chris, they gave Mizzou a game. Vanderbilt did so.
Can Michigan State rally around that incident that they had up there and beat Illinois?
Illinois rolling. Bielema has quietly put a very solid team together.
Bielema is a good coach.
They ain't really played nobody though, but I'm with you.
They hold on. I'm looking at they
best win is probably Minnesota.
Ooh, who y'all got out of Florida and Texas A&M?
Oh yeah, that game is what's called.
Now you talk about the loser bowl or whatever you called it. There you go.
Actually, you know what? Better question: who needs this win more, Florida or Texas A&M?
Florida.
I say Texas A&M need Jimbo needed. Texas, you know what? Texas A&M might not need it. Jimbo needed.
I think Florida needed.
I
think for Billy Napier, he got to kind of steady this. Like Jumbo is what it is. It's like even if he win this game, this season's still a failure. You know what I mean? Like, but if Florida win this game, you might can try to salvage your season a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's more pressure on Jimbo to win this game.
All right.
Yeah,
I do. All right, let me ask y'all this. Schools with the best football basketball combo.
LSU.
Baylor.
How you gonna shake your head at me? No.
Michigan.
I would love to feel like that, but
bro, we got Kim Mulkey and we got Brian Kelly.
Men's basketball.
Oh yeah.
Because women don't play football right now.
Georgia.
Chris, what?
Bro,
what?
Let that man have his opinion and ignore it.
Exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let him have it and ignore it.
Kansas, I was gonna say Kansas, but this their first year really being good at football, so I can't really say that.
I was gonna say Tennessee.
Tennessee's good. Tennessee is good. That's a good
Tennessee,
this
their second year good at football. So I'm thinking like consistently good, or normally good year in and year out. That's
Alabama.
Why they're not really that good in basketball year in and
year
out.
They big.
No, bro, okay.
Last couple of years.
Like 2. Because when Avery was there, they wasn't good.
You don't got to yell at me, bro.
Right. Arkansas. What about Arkansas?
They don't know if they're good
enough. No, they football team.
Yeah, but basketball, they're definitely up there.
I got one that's sneaky. They probably the mid-major. UAB.
Yeah, I could put them up there. Houston.
I give Houston some. I give them a little respect.
Michigan State, if they football, yeah, I could give you Michigan State. They usually pretty good. Ohio State,
yeah,
I could give you that. Kentucky, their football been better in the last few years. UCLA, if they keep the football thing going, they would be up there.
North Carolina,
yeah, if they keep it going, yeah.
All right.
Florida State, if they get the football thing going, because their basketball team been rolling.
Yeah, they have.
Syracuse,
Syracuse, Dino has got them boys right. Let's see if they got. Speaking of that, Syracuse play Pitt this week. I wonder if they're gonna bounce back because they dropped 2. They dropped 1 they probably shouldn't have to Notre Dame, and then they let the Clemson.
Oh,
game.
Baylor.
He already said Baylor.
Oh, you already said okay. My bad.
That's the first one.
Oh, you was not bad either though.
I'm gonna hate to say this, but Florida.
Yeah,
their football team.
Their basketball ain't been good in a little while. I mean, they okay, but they not like national championship level good though.
Yeah. All right.
I would say Villanova, but they play FCS football.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to include them, but
I would say Auburn.
Their football team ain't been good though, bro.
Yeah, I know that's the only thing.
What about Notre Dame?
Their basketball team ain't that good.
No.
I want to say consistently. Michigan?
I said them.
You said them? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move to some NFL.
Yeah.
NFL. Oh my. Mike Thomas. Dislocated toe. Placed on IR like he done for the year.
When we talk about trading people last week?
Yeah, do you want to go ahead and admit something?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I was wrong. I was wrong. They did not trade Alvin Kamara. I was wrong, guys. I'm sorry. Okay.
I don't need that.
Ant was right.
I honestly didn't. I didn't hear him do the.
Pooh Bear was right.
I didn't hear him like nobody even mentioned that trade. Like I know it was talk. You know what I'm saying?
Like, the Eagles called, but Buffalo admitted that they didn't even try to come talk to the Saints about Alvin Kamara. So that's why I said it was just the media perpetuating what they want to see happen.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let me ask y'all this: who got better with the
Eagles?
trade?
The
Dolphins. Yeah, I can say Dolphins. I
think
the Eagles.
I think the Chiefs.
Kadarius Toney. Yeah, Kadarius Toney. Yeah.
Yep.
I think that
boy fool, man.
Man, that boy is running that thing.
Yeah. I think that the Eagles didn't necessarily get better; they just got more depth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know at this stage of his career. I don't know how much he impacts the game.
I'm gonna change my answer. I'm saying the Chiefs.
I think getting Bradley Chubb but to me the key is Jeff Wilson because I think he fits that scheme running the ball better than Chase Edmonds did, and it's gonna let their offense be more dynamic.
All right,
I think Miami.
All right, go ahead, Daniel.
I think LSU fans, if y'all remember anything about Kadarius Toney, I think Toney could be a rock star in that Chiefs offense.
I told y'all about the best high school game I've ever watched, right?
No,
he was in. It was a playoff game. He was in. He was playing against Malik Cunningham. Believe it or not, two high schools. Malik Cunningham team went up by 21. Kadarius Toney played quarterback. He was probably the best quarterback on Florida roster.
Yeah.
At the time because they had Felipe Franks and he was better. Anyway,
hey, what school does Malik Cunningham play for?
Louisville.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. They went up. Malik Cunningham team went up by 21. Kadarius Toney brought his team back, tied it up. Malik Cunningham then went up again by 21. Kadarius brought him back again, and got the ball back, driving to for the go ahead score. He caught a cramp or something. Came out of the game. The backup's first play threw an interception.
Dang.
Malik Cunningham team went down, kicked the field goal to win it. So, best. That was like the
throw the ball with the backup.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the kid wasn't bad. He just bad. What's called now? No. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You good? Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say now, who didn't do enough? I already know the answer.
Green Bay.
Who? Okay. Green Bay. Now anybody else? Because it's there. I mean, did somebody lose the trade?
I can't say anyone lost. I'm just upset that the Saints didn't even try.
They ain't have. I don't think they have nothing to trade. You have nothing to trade. You barely have picks.
My thing is, why? And I guess I'm guilty of this as well with Green Bay. why do we expect the Saints to do something at the trade deadline when they basically never have, except for Emmanuel Sanders? Like, when have they made a big trade at the deadline?
Who Denver lost, Chris?
Bradley Chubb.
Oh yeah, okay. Gotcha.
But that's my thing. Like, I don't know why I said Green Bay, because they never do anything neither. So I guess, but I just thought that they should get Claypool, since they need a weapon, and you got a big bodied receiver like that who you could use, and you let them go to the division rival. So that's my only thing about Green Bay. But
Go ahead. I was gonna say, are the Packers tanking at this point?
I ain't gonna say that. I just don't. I think
for Bryce.
Nah, they're not, because Aaron Rodgers under contract for 4 years. I think at this point they just one of them teams that don't take risks like that. They build through the draft and all that kind of stuff, man. They old fashioned. They don't have an owner, so who does their general manager have to answer to? The city of Green Bay? Like, he ain't scared.
So when you said they don't, so the city of Green Bay owns.
Yeah. They don't. They
not have a board. They don't have a board.
They have a board, but what they gonna do? Fire them? Like, it ain't. But it's not like every other team where one man can get tired of you and fire you. You have to have a board who has to meet and who has to vote and all. Like, it's a long drawn out process that is not as easy as just, I'm tired of you. You didn't do what I want you to. Bye. So they just run differently.
Speaking of needing been up out of the owners, Dan Snyder looks like he's getting ready to put the Washington Commanders up for sale.
That's good. I was about to say Commodores. I don't know why I was thinking Commodores.
Lionel Richie's.
The Lionel Richie's. No, but that's good. About time. The fact that nobody even said anything whenever the report came out about him having possible blackmailing information on different owners was crazy to me.
Well, the nail dropped today.
Yeah,
them being investigated by the FBI for possible financial
I did know.
Stuff like that. That's the final nail in the coffin.
I was listening to Bomani Jones' podcast, and he had Foxworth on, Dominique Foxworth, and I didn't know this happened or realize it. So there was an owner who came out and spoke about Dan
Jim Irsay.
But the thing about that, all Jim Irsay's skeletons are already out the closet.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, what I'm saying? What you gonna do?
Got nothing to hide.
Yeah. What you gonna tell? I
did coke.
I got pills. You know what I'm saying? I got DUI. Everybody know that.
Right. Yeah, I love them strippers.
But yeah, I think but there was something else that they said that he doesn't have the. Yeah, he did. Well, no, I ain't talking about the lawsuit thing or the FBI investigation. But there's something that, like, the owners have been giving him a waiver or something like that because he doesn't have the necessarily net worth or something like that. And they've been kind of letting them slide and stuff like that. And that's one of the things Jim Irsay was saying. And we'll just stop giving you that waiver thing. You know what I mean? And so, it's some.
Hey, but you know what? I do want to see him get on the stand and just snitch on everybody. I think it'd be awesome. And you know what I think? I think that'll change a lot in the NFL if he opened up.
Yeah, a lot of ownership will change. That's what happened.
Yep.
But speaking of selling the Washington Redskins, Commanders, did you see who's interested in buying them?
I did. Byron Allen.
Yeah. HBCU GOAT.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is,
interesting.
Yeah.
Nice. You should change it to the Washington Commodores.
He won't. He probably has no problem with never mind. We'll talk about that off mic. Analytics. And actually before we go there, thoughts and prayers to Ray Guy.
Yeah, for sure.
The famous punter who
Hall of Famer.
You know what I'm saying? Who the
only
award is named after the Ray guy. He passed away today, I think at the age of 72. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Also, rest in peace to Adam Zimmer's, the coach Mike Zimmer's son.
Yeah.
But let's, our thoughts and prayers to those families. Analytics. We see all these coaches, NFL, college, Lane Kiffin, look at these sheets and say, 4th down, we going for it, and not taking the points and losing the game, or not taking the points and comes back to bite them and stuff. Is this more hurting the game? Is this killing the game? Is this hurting the game?
No, I think it helps. I mean, honestly, I'm a numbers guy. I think if you go too much over the top with analytics, I think it can hurt. But I think a lot of it does come with your gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's a 4th and 1. Oh, the numbers are telling me to go for it. You know what I'm saying? And in certain situations,
I get that.
It depends.
I get that. But we're talking about people are going for it on their side of the 50.
I'm all for it, man.
It depends.
I think it's cyclical, bro. I think it's, you know what I mean? It's one of them things. It's always trends that happen in all sports. The Wildcat trend, the iPhone, like everything is trending. And I think this will be cyclical just as well. There's a point now, whatever they go for, whenever they shouldn't. And I think there'll be a wave of conservatism that comes over and people will start, taking less risks as coaches. So I think it's just cyclical right now, man.
Look, I'll tell you this. Whenever I was in college, we played against Hal Mummy, and it was 4th and 26.
The GOAT.
It was 4th and 26. He coached for Red
that thing.
And he went for it, and he got it. You know what I'm saying? And he was on his side. He was on our side of the field. So, what is analytics going to tell you there? He don't go for it, Hal Mummy, but he's Hal Mummy. Hal Mummy going to do what Hal Mummy do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why Hal Mummy That's why Hal Mummy converts 4th to 26. Man. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So it's one of them situations where it depends on the coach. It depends on the scheme.
Yeah. All right. The World Series is going on, tied at 2 right now. Bottom of the 6th. Astros up 2-1. But this World Series, there are no American-born black players.
Shaking my
in
head.
this World
Series. Why is that?
The game has this is something because we talked to what's our guy name?
Was this a spaces topic, or is this something we talked about?
Benny.
Yep.
The game has basically baseball, and Dion actually talked about this.
We talked about it on the show. He talked to David Banks about it.
Yeah, baseball basically has they basically outpriced
that's part of it.
You know what I'm saying? African Americans with the the expenses of it. It's not a popular sport.
I think a lot of it is representation, man. They don't see people. They don't see people look like them that play the game, and also there's not as many people our age who grew up playing baseball, so we're not able to pass the game down to the next generation. And so I think that like all of us play football. Probably all of us play basketball. You know what I mean? So we can go teach that. Not everybody. I play baseball too. But I'm not knowledgeable enough to go teach that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know the game, but I'm not always able. Like just because you know the game, don't mean you can coach it. The amount of black
say that part again.
Just because you know the game, don't mean you can coach it.
Okay, I need you to say that in spaces too.
I got you.
Yeah.
But petty.
This guy is so petty, dog.
Petty. But I think
hold on, I'll be right back. Hold up.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of people our age who played the game but can't necessarily coach the game, so we can't pass it down to our sons. And so therefore, whenever it comes to developing as a full athlete and stuff like that, you know what I mean, you can't necessarily do it because you haven't gained the hand-eye coordination and the throwing angles and strengthening your throwing motion and stuff like that baseball gives you. But I think that's starting to change. I think that it's starting to kind of come back. The pendulum is starting to swing back the other way. And I think that, it's going to get to a point where we start we started saying the numbers kind of look like what when we were children and we had the Ken Griffey's, the Frank Thomases, you know what I mean, and all those type of guys, the Kenny Loftons and all those guys that we grew up watching. I think it's gonna swing back and we'll have those numbers again. But it's on us and people like us to to put our kids in baseball, to let them play baseball. Just because even if you didn't play it, even if you don't know nothing about it, that don't mean don't put your child in there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Expose them to that. And
Right.
maybe they'll end up becoming a Trey Morgan, you know what I mean, or somebody like that because they was exposed to the game.
Hilliard.
Mikal Hilliard.
Yeah, that's who. Yeah.
I think there's also a disconnect too, though. I think it can possibly be a disconnect from baseball to the younger generation. Think about it, right? We all wanted to play basketball, or a lot of us wanted to play basketball because we seen N1, we seen Allen Iverson. We wanted to play football because we seen T.O. going crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It was cool to play football. It was cool to play basketball. It's not so much cool to play baseball. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's
the representation thing is. Though.
Right. And I think that's where the disconnect lies. Is like baseball is not doing a good enough job to try to get these kids to relate to.
You got to market your players. You got to market.
They're not marketing it exactly.
That's
so
right.
I think that's where the disconnect comes from. I mean, it just doesn't seem fun. I'm just being honest with you.
Nah, it isn't.
But that's the thing. It's not fun necessarily to watch baseball. But if you're the one playing baseball, that's totally different. And I think one thing that my boy Dwight said is they don't have baseball diamonds around them. You know what I mean? Like it's not one. Every house has a basketball goal. Every house got a front yard that you could play football in. Not everybody got enough room to play baseball, bro.
Pressure brought this up. Used to be a lot of rec centers had baseball teams and organizations like that. Now it's all it's almost all football. It's all becoming more. No, not just that. It's all becoming seems like country club.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you have to be in the know or know the group to be in. To find a baseball team.
Well,
I see registrations for basketball, football, and everything else going up. I don't see many, and soccer. I don't see many registrations for baseball.
I don't see baseball. Me either.
Well, I seen a lot of spring football, 7-on-7, and for what I'm saying, and stuff like that, which is when baseball should be getting played. You know what I mean? Right. And spring soccer leagues and things like that. So
soccer goes on year round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think it's one of them things where we got to put our kids in them sports so they can grow to love the game and want to play the game.
Hey, Chris Taylor says I own an indoor-outdoor baseball facility, but too many kids are concentrating on one sport now.
And you know what?
Where is that located? Now, I see you got a Red Sox shirt on. They suck, but where's where is that located?
Slight jab, but I'll say to Chris's point, I think a lot of that also has to do with the training. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of these kids or a lot of these people getting on Instagram and hey, come sign your kid up with me, and they're training year round on these one sports instead of whenever we were growing up, guys. We're playing baseball, we're playing
Jackson, Mississippi.
We're running track. We're doing everything. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of that has to do with I want to make my son elite. I want to make my daughter elite. You know what I'm saying? I want to get them the best trainers as possible. So guess what? We're going to focus on softball. We're going to focus on baseball or football, basketball year round.
Yeah, but it's one of them things like I've talked about. We talked about in spaces with Benny, and we've talked about on this show too. Playing multiple sports develops the full athlete.
Yes,
there's things that you can only get in certain sports. You know what I mean? Or not that you can only get, but that you get more exactly. You get more enhancement in hand-eye coordination in baseball than you do other sports.
That's correct.
You get better footwork in soccer than you do in other sports. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And so whenever when you neglect that and focus on one sport, you're not developing the full athlete. And
hold on. But if I'm getting my son or daughter trained when it comes to hand-eye coordination, agility drills, different things like that, does my kid still need to play all that?
Yes.
Or can I just have them go to the trainer where they can work on that?
Let me tell you one thing. You gotta play the sports, bro. Like that's one thing. You can train. There's only so much that you can train before your training doesn't keep getting you better. You get what I'm saying? Like you can train all day, but until you put that training to use somewhere, it's not gonna make you better. So if you're training for 9 months and only playing for 3 months, how much of that 9 months are you actually getting better?
Right.
So if you're playing multiple sports, then yeah, you can still train while you're playing those sports. But whenever you're training and playing at the same time, whatever you're working on, you're actually being able to put it to use. So it's actually developing you.
Right. And you know what? There was a video that came out maybe a week or two ago about I guess he was a basketball trainer and he was training his kids and he was saying, guys, get out of the training rooms. Go play the game. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing too, because a lot of things come with, let's say, a linebacker instincts. The only way you develop those instincts is by playing a game. You know what I'm saying? By watching the film of yourself. Yep. But when you're a running back, it's instincts. It's cut here. A lot of times you can't develop that in a drill. It only comes by repetition. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. Play the game.
That's the thing. Like with those basketball, especially with basketball drills, you know what I mean? It gets to a point to where you start going through the motions, and you practice. I mean, you play how you practice. So if you practice going through the motions all the time, then whenever you get into a game situation, that's how you're going to run that same thing. And so you have to put that into practice. You have to put that into practical use, and you got to play games. It's only so much drills are going to teach you. Drills don't give you the real one-on-one game action. You're doing a drill against a traffic cone. You know what I mean? There's no defense. It doesn't give you a real look at what you're going to have to do in a game situation.
You know, Nick brought up a pretty good point.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. He said, I'll say one of my favorite boxers. I think that's Lomachenko. I think that's what he's trying to say. Lomachenko, he took like 2 years away from the sport to learn how to dance to help his boxing. And then Zayn come behind it. Boxing as a whole is trash right now.
That is very true. But I'll say this though, like there's been, you know, Lin Swan took ballet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like there's all kind of things that you can do. But if you're just focusing on one thing, then and that's why you see so many players, all these young kids getting Tommy John surgeries and stuff like that, because you're sitting there overworking that muscle. You're not playing another sport, giving that muscle, giving that ligament or whatever a time to heal and recover.
All right. XFL 2023, the reboot. They just announced the team names. They had already announced the coaches and locations. Some of these are actually kind of repeats. You got Arlington Renegades.
Bahamas.
Yeah, you know, the Rock on it. So
makes sense. Makes sense.
The Bahamas, that's terrible.
Brahmas, like the Brahma Bulls.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got the DC Defenders, which is actually a way better name than the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, but that's why they couldn't get it, because they owned it already.
Yeah,
I like the Houston Roughnecks. I like that.
Houston Roughnecks. They should get a
Orlando Guardians.
Alabama
I don't like the mascot for the Orlando Guardians. That don't even make sense.
Orlando Guardians.
Yeah.
Then the Vegas Vipers, St. Louis Battlehawks, Seattle Sea Dragons, which a lot of these are just like they just brought back some of the olds. Then the San Antonio Brahmas.
So they ain't got no team in Memphis no more?
Guys, the Orlando Guardians, that logo don't piss y'all off?
No.
Like it doesn't even match.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like that kind of irks me a little bit.
Well, I guess what's next? The oil thing and
yeah, the Houston one cool to me.
Yeah, I like that.
I want to see regulators mount up. That's what I want to see. Somebody need to get that. It was a cool.
I like that.
Warren G was in the street.
I wish we could play that.
Hey. All right. Match all this. Would you rather go to RIP to
Nate Dogg?
Yeah, the best, the absolute best. Him and Missy. Anyway,
you put Nate Dogg on a song is like sprinkling a little bit of little cayenne pepper on your
cayenne pepper. That's like sprinkling crack. You're gonna be addicted to that song. Hey, people, man, you got some more of that Nate Dogg, man. What's your boy? Hey, Chili Power. Hey, man, you got some more of that?
Hey, chill out.
Got some more of that show, man.
Let me get $1, man.
I'll show you my abs. Pull-ups.
On the side of the store.
All right. Would you rather attend a World Series game or a Stanley Cup final?
Stanley Cup final. Because they're going to be fighting.
All right, so I got. If my team is playing in the World Series, I would rather attend the World
Dodgers?
Series game. Yeah.
Oh, so I guess you would like to go to a Stanley Cup then.
Yeah, right. Because that ain't
Hold
never
on,
happened.
who is your teams?
Who, me?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
LSU.
you-
Go Tigers.
You know my team.
Who your
The
team?
Redbirds, the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah, all right. We got more recent World Series than both of y'all. But anyway,
Now Alex Bregman.
Anyway,
yeah,
he cheated. He cheated to get his. But anyway,
that's a cuss word.
It ain't. It's the truth. He cheated to get his. But I'd rather go with a World Series
Chris,
if my team in it. But if they not in it, I'm gonna go with Stanley
Chris said
Cup
he'd rather watch
because
that's
it's
funny, dog.
World Series. I mean World Cup more action.
Chris, the only reason why is because you can't.
I agree with Chris.
You can't spit tobacco at a Stanley Cup. That's why.
Boy, y'all sold y'all soul to beat us and then got swept. Stop talking to me, man.
All right. Now this next question, Ant put out there, said the Lakers had a rough start.
They did.
They did. They had a rough start.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I'll let you.
I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. Ain't no sweep this year.
That's fine. Y'all had to beat us without 2 starters, and it took overtime to do it. It took overtime to beat us without 2 starters. Congratulations.
It didn't matter. I took the over. That's all I cared about.
It don't matter. I guarantee we still finish higher than the Lakers this year. Oh, you care.
I don't care. You know what I care about.
You care.
You know what I care about.
When LeBron leaving the Lakers.
Where is he at? Is he getting okay? All right.
He finna be right here.
And they were at home.
He finna be at home. That's where he finna be at.
I better stop talking about my Pels, man.
Hey,
bro. Talk that talk.
Pels fan. Let's go, baby.
What? No, you can't have that now.
What, man? Number 2. I do number 2. I'll be number 2.
Yeah, you might be number 2. Yeah.
I'll be number 2. You can be number 1. I'll be number 2.
Yeah. You ain't saying nothing this year, neither is your boy. Y'all trash.
Bro. Y'all need Draymond to start punching more people in the locker room.
They are.
If the playoffs started right now, they wouldn't be in it.
Yeah, Golden State. Hey, Chris, what is Golden State right now? Say your word.
We need a drop for that.
Trash. And we do need one. We do need one.
Then everybody, Lakers barely won by 2. Oh, okay. I'm being listen.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Over hit. That's all I care about. But
no, Chris, it's trash, not ass. It's trash.
No, it's ass.
Yeah,
it's ass.
That's exactly what Golden State is right now. So, fellas.
Loud and wrong.
Saturday. The Golden Boot will be together in person.
For the first time ever.
All 3, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
If somebody would have kind of swagged me today, but
hey, bro, I had to go make them pesos.
I heard that though.
Hey, what we doing, bro? What we doing, dog?
I say we walk around and look for folks who've been talking trash in spaces, and we just surround them.
Stop it, bro.
I'm with it.
What
day.
You say?
Yeah.
What you
but
say?
Nah. But if y'all at the game, make sure y'all hit us up. Come find us. Come kick it with your boys, man. If y'all got a tailgate, make sure y'all invite us, man.
Let us know. We gonna bring something. We ain't gonna just come to your tailgate.
Yeah, we ain't coming empty-handed.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm gonna bring some forks.
I'm just showing up. I'm bringing my charisma. That's what
that boy said. I'm bringing my charisma.
Hey, I'm bringing the salted caramel crown. Let's go.
Listen, 7 hours. I looked it up today and it hurt my heart. And I was like, after I talked to you, and I was looking, I said, I wonder how long this drive is. And I looked, 7 hours? Oh, gee.
What time you leaving? When you leaving?
I'm gonna have to leave tomorrow. I'll probably leave tomorrow.
Okay, cut that thing in half.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll probably go to Mobile, go holler at Rails.
If you wait till leave Saturday morning, you ain't gonna be good.
If you wait till leave Saturday morning, he ain't gonna make it to the game.
No. If I leave Saturday morning, I'm gonna leave at like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm saying. But the thing is, if I leave Saturday morning, leave at 4 and 5 in the morning, I ain't gonna be worth nothing at the end of the game.
Facts.
So
yeah, you might as well break that thing up.
That's incomplete.
Yeah, hey, but if you go into the game, man, let us know. We'll love to see y'all out there. If y'all see us, man, say what's up to your boys, man.
Yeah, so
Hey, my boy said he gonna be in the dome Monday night. Me too, big dog.
yeah, so we do got another question. Daniel said I was ducking this. Who's the best athlete on the pod?
You have been ducking this.
I have not been ducking
Yes,
this. So
he has. He's been ducking this, dog.
Here's the thing. I was gonna look for some pictures. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have not even looked for a picture.
I ain't got no picture. I tell you right now, I don't. My mom might got some somewhere in her house, but between the flood and her house getting hit by a tornado and stuff, I don't know what none of my stuff is, bro.
Yeah. So
go ahead, put my picture up there. Go ahead, show me.
I only have your picture right now.
Ah, man, come on, dog.
I don't have you posted that picture. You sent that picture. I forgot where you sent it.
Yeah, check my boy out. He said Chris the best.
I like it. Hey, Chris said he gonna be at the game. Let's go. I like it.
Okay.
Let's go. Hey, but
everybody know what she talking about, man.
Everybody knows.
So
why? Okay, let's go in a row. And you go first. Why are you the best athlete on the pod? Make your case.
Because no matter what the sport is, I give you the business. Pause.
All right, go, Pooh.
I am the best athlete on the pod because I'm not you, Daniel. That's it. That's it. I'm not you. I can shoot.
Okay.
Ish.
Shoot what?
No, I can shoot. I can shoot.
What you want to talk about? Skeet shoot? You know what I'm saying? Duck hunt? You know what I'm saying? Basketball?
I can shoot that too.
Chris say 3-time all district, all 4 years. Chris.
How can you be a 3-time all 4 years?
No, he said 3-time all district and he let it all 4 years.
Okay.
I read that wrong. Well, hold up, Chris. Here's the thing about that though. Y'all only have 15 people on y'all.
That's
team.
What I'm saying. They don't even count.
So
y'all played against 3 schools. Everybody made all district. Yeah.
Oh, dang, he coming in here with some facts for you.
Okay, he said on the bottom know that it was Shiloh Sanders, not Shador, that sent shots at Southern by saying nobody on their roster would start for them.
My bad.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate you for correcting it.
Thanks.
But I say this.
Hold on. I need go.
Okay,
all right, go ahead. Go. You finish.
No.
I'm about to lay it out.
No, go ahead.
I'm about to lay it out. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you what sport I beat both y'all in. I for sure beat Ant in a 1-on-1.
And what?
You know what I'm saying? And if you line up at defensive back and I play wide receiver, I'm beating you in there. Okay. Number 2, I get buckets on you in basketball because my first step is probably a lot quicker than you because you look like you got cankles. So that's number 2. Number 3, Pooh look like he ain't played basketball in 15 years. So I know I'm getting buckets on him.
I have it. But
I know I'm getting buckets on him.
When the last time you hooped, Daniel? When the last time you hooped?
2 days ago, 48 hours ago. Let's go.
Okay.
I play 3 times a week. I'm ready.
So ain't no excuse when I give you buckets.
Ain't
what you
no
saying?
Excuse.
All right, we need to set that up.
Ain't no excuse.
I'm giving you buckets. So.
Let's go. We can play the 11. We can play the 10. Let's go.
I'm just saying.
It don't matter what we play to. You getting me? Boy,
dang. As soon as
you look like your back hurt already talking about playing basketball.
Hey, we're playing. Is this half court?
It don't matter. I can run full.
I can run full too. Let's go.
I run full every week. It don't matter to me.
Yeah.
First of all, y'all lost me when you said run.
I run full court.
We're gonna try to play horse.
I play 21. We can do 21. I do 21.
Let's go.
Quick question though: are we talking about who's the best athlete now, or who was the best athlete in the past?
Now and in the past.
Which I'm gonna be honest, I'm
arguing. I'm arguing for now.
I volunteer as tribute. I'm out.
Hey, we gotta get us a game in, dog.
Hey, now in the past, I would have had a case. I might would have.
You probably was faster than me because you probably was faster than me. I got a quick first step.
I wasn't that fast, but listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, I was not that fast. I got hands though. Like as far as like catching.
I thought you was talking about fighting for a second, cause I was gonna say, dang, we ain't gotta take it down.
I was about to say,
You feel me? Well, I go from saying you got hands means something different, you know.
Yeah,
Nah.
facts.
Put paws on you. Nah, but
nah, man, but bro, that's all we did, bro. I'm from Bro Bridge, dog.
Chris
we
say,
played
no, you
football
don't. No,
with
I
no
don't
shoes
what,
on.
Chris? No, I don't what?
Man, we need to hoop, bro.
Chris,
I'm
need to
ready
hoop.
for it. I'm ready for it, bro. And you ain't nothing but 2 hours away from me. We can meet in the middle and in BR before a
That's
basketball
not
game.
the middle.
It ain't. It's in the middle for me.
That's not the middle at all.
Hey, or we can meet in Elliott. I think Elliott is in the middle.
That's closer to the middle.
Facts.
Oh, now Chris, see, first of all, you know what I do, what I can do? You talking about I can't catch. I catch all them little jokes you be trying to throw out there.
Hey, you know what? Chris
Catch
was
all them bad takes.
Chris was great
And
at
somebody-
catching honey buns in his mouth.
Somebody asked me one time, they said, man, why y'all be on Chris? Why y'all be on and
That's our boy, man.
Pardon the language. Somebody said, why you be on Chris' ass like that? And I was like, well, I
Awesome.
would be at his neck, but he ain't got one.
He don't
So,
got
but nah. But
Chris
all
had
right.
on that coming out. Anyways, yeah.
Y'all
Man, I'm ready for this weekend, bro.
Y'all remember we the whole LSU Miami beat started because somebody said Chris had you squirt.
Chill out.
Facts, bro. Facts.
All right.
And I jumped in there trying to help him out, and he left me in the thing. Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, y'all. We out. We'll be back Sunday. You know,
Yeah.
so talking about this big win.
With a lot of stories.
Hopefully
Hopefully video.
Yes, sir. And like that, we out. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe on Twitter at Golden Boot. On Instagram at Golden Boot. On YouTube at The Golden Boot Pod. On Facebook at The Golden Boot Pod.
Golden Boot!